Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you my favourite Korean skincare brands of 2022. When it comes to shopping Korean skincare, which has been a huge trend for the past 3 years, it can be really difficult to understand which are the best brands, and maybe which are the brands that you might want to avoid. In this video, I want to capture both, some of my holy grails and total fails, to help you on your Korean skincare journey. So, sit back, relax, let's talk the best and worst Korean skincare brands. Now, before we get into this video, share with me your thoughts, feelings and opinions on anything mentioned in today's video. Just leave me a comment below, let me know what your favourite brand is. Do you disagree with anything I'm sharing today? These are just my thoughts, feelings and opinions, and I would love to hear yours. Before we get into this, just a quick reminder to say, if you love me, you love the channel, and you love some Korean skincare in your life, don't forget to reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. I always appreciate each and every one of you that just takes that moment out of your day to like the content I create here, so honestly it supports the channel so much. But with all that being said, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. And I'm going to try hard not to just relentlessly fangirl in this video, because some of these brands honestly make up core components of my skincare routine, and they are true holy grails. And I'm going to start with one such brand, and it's this, Beauty of Joseon. Now, if you were ever in any doubt as to how much I love Beauty of Joseon, just check out the cabinet behind me. 50% of the products there are Beauty of Joseon. I love their packaging, which just takes that pastel colour bliss, which I adore. But beyond just that, the formulations really work. Now, one of the reasons a lot of people reach for Korean skincare products is because their ethos tends to be gentle, used frequently in the long term to deliver those benefits with minimum side effects. I love that because skincare is a marathon, it's not a sprint. But I think sometimes we can get a little bit frustrated that the products are so gentle it takes a ridiculously long time to see those results. Great if you've got a sensitive skin type, but if like me, your skin's fairly resilient, maybe you lose interest because you're kind of just wanting those results a little bit quicker than you're going to get them. Well, I think the Beauty of Joseon is the best of both worlds. They're definitely on the gentle spectrum when you talk about comparisons to other skincare brands, but they're not afraid to use some more high potency actives such as retinoids in their collection with the launch of their new retinoid product, and I find that their formulations are that fine balance between applicable for sensitive skin types but a high enough concentration to give some meaningful and relatively quick benefits. Some of my favourites are these two. This is the Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser, one of the nicest cleansers I've ever reached for. Velvety on the skin, it feels super luxurious, but I think I paid £9 for this. It's got a relatively unique texture to it, which I love. That plum will over time give some brightness to the complexion, and I just think it's a really nice, super gentle yet really effective cleanser. I'm waving about frantically this, which is the Beauty of Joseon Rice Relief Sunscreen. Hands down, the best sunscreen you will ever try. If you haven't tried this, you are missing out. It just glides onto the skin. It's like no sunscreen I've ever used. If you see how that's worked in, there's no ashiness, no white cast. It's super hydrating, so you can use it in place of your moisturizer, and it just leaves behind this satin finish to the skin. No weight to it whatsoever. So lightweight, and the best summer sunscreen I think I've ever found. I've got 6 of these in my drawers because I never want to be without it. And if you do want to check it out, it is in stock at the moment. I've left links to it in the description box below because it sells out super quick. So if you want to put this through its paces, I'd say buy now while it's in stock because it's super popular and always sold out. Now, my second favourite Korean skincare brand is this. This is a rovectin. I love rovectin because they're the good guys of the clean skincare trend. Now, this is something that you're seeing an awful lot more of now with everything being badged as clean. Unfortunately, there's no international definition for what that means. So as a consumer, we really don't know what we're buying into when we're paying a little bit extra for that clean badge of honour on our product. However, I think rovectin do it right. They've got a statement on their website about what that means to them, so you know exactly what that clean ethos means when you're buying a rovectin product, what ingredients they won't include in their formulations, and so we're kind of informed as consumers. This is what I would love to see more brands doing, because I think a lot of it's just lazy marketing. Slap that clean logo on the product because you know it's popular and you'll sell some more units. Rovectin aren't about that, and I think they're a really nice, well-formulated skincare line. Some of my favourites are this. This is the treatment lotion, which I'd say is a perfect buffering toner if you're using some low pH ingredients such as vitamin C's, exfoliating acids, and you want to buffer between those and your pH sensitive ingredients such as peptides. This is one of my favourite products to use. It also hydrates you to the gods, smooths out the skin. It's just an all-around wonderful toner that doesn't cost a whole lot of coins. So this, affordable and perfect. I also love this, which is their rovectin rovectin Clean Lotus Water Cream, which is one of the most lightweight summer moisturizers I've ever found. But unlike some other super lightweight moisturizers, it actually does something. It's not one of those that just disappears without a trace and you think, what was the point of using that? Leaves behind meaningful hydration, but is just great, particularly if you've got a sensitive skin type, because there's very few ingredients in here that could cause potential sensitivity. So it's just a ding 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 holy grail moisturizer. The whole rovectin line is pretty good, and I like the fact that they often allow you to buy in bulk, so you can buy like 3 of the toners and get a saving. So if you know you love one of their products and you've already tried it, then you can save some of your hard-earned coin, which I think is just a nice bonus. Now let's bring a little colour to our lives with this product. This is the Secret Key Lemon Park Sparkling Peeling Gel, and I also love the Secret Key Galactomyces Ferment. Obviously, my third favourite Korean skincare brand is Secret Key, and for a couple of reasons. I think their products are slightly different to the standard, offering from the Korean skincare market, which I like. They use relatively innovative ferments in some of theirs. The Sparkling Peeling Gel was the first of its kind. There's lots of copycats now, but this was relatively unique when it launched, and I think it's totally deserving of the hype it gets. Also, they deliver really affordable formulations that are kind of like for like dupes of some bougie and luxury skincare brands, and I'm all about that. I love duping the luxury brands because, here on Mad About Skin, I'm all about achieving those results at an affordable price point. This, fabulous. If you like a light element of manual exfoliation, because it's got cellulose beads, which when you work them into the skin kind of ball up and will give a slight manual exfoliation, but nothing like a traditional like apricot scrub or anything like that. It's just a really, really nice, fun to use product. The colour, adore it, draws you in, makes you want to use it. And this is the Galactomyces Ferment. So good. If you're reaching out for the SK2 ferment, which is like $150, ditch it. Exactly the same formulation, same packaging, like for like dupe, and I picked this up for 15. So if you think for like a fraction, 1/10 of the cost, you're getting the exact same formulation, all that hydration, smoothing out the skin, even out our complexion, this is where it's at. And I just really love that it's the high quality packaging coupled with the great formulation at the low affordable price point that kind of just makes me love Secret Key so much. Now let's come on to isntree. Now there's a lot of different brands that I think hit the market all at the same time. The Cosrx's, the Puritos, the isntrees. It all became very overwhelming very quick when the West kind of grabbed hold of Korean skincare and it became an instant viral hit. But of all of those like early to launch here in the West at least brands, I think isntree is my favourite. That's because I think there's a lot of substance behind the formulations. They really think about the products that they're releasing to the consumer. If you look at the likes of Cosrx and Purito, they have so many products in their collections. I feel it's almost becoming a little cash grabby where they're just throwing anything out to get those sales registers running. Now, this isn't the case with isntree. You can tell that there's real thought behind each and every one of their products, and that shows in terms of the performance. These are my absolute favourites. I'd say if you've got an oily, acne-prone skin type, isntree is probably the best of the Korean skincare brands for you. This is my skin type, so it's no wonder that I love this brand. So we've got the Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus. I don't personally use this on my face because my skin is particularly sensitive to hyaluronic acid, but on the body, this is divine. You put this on out of the shower, then you can use a moisturiser on top, or just go about your day and you are hydrated to the gods, head to foot. They do a non-plus version of this, which is like the standard hyaluronic acid, which I find works better on the face. It's a little bit more lightweight and I find just more compatible with my skin type. But I love this for the price point, and if you want multiple molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, don't reach for something like the Dr. Barbara Sturm that's super bougie and overpriced. Reach for this. Exact same formulation, but I think a fraction of the cost, you get more product. It's just a nice product. This is the isntree Green Tea Fresh Toner, a holy grail if you've got oily, acne-prone skin. You want something to mattify you, give some antioxidant action into your skincare routine, and really, like I say, keep you matte all day long. This is the product for you. Glides onto the skin. You can either use it on a cotton round, or like me, just dab it with your fingertips. This is a holy grail for anyone that has that relentlessly oily skin, particularly in summer. If that sounds like you, this product could work. And then finally, the Mugwort Ampule. I always think, using botanicals to tackle acne, I've not had a lot of success in the past. I think sometimes the claims are exaggerated and leaves you feeling a bit underwhelmed. Mugwort genuinely delivers. It works so well for my adult acne, and this is my favourite mugwort containing product. Okay, I'm sold on the packaging. It's heavy duty, it looks bougie on the vanity, which I love, but beyond just this, you can use this before you go to bed on any areas where you've got some active breakouts. You wake up in the morning with those breakouts diminished, they're definitely in retreat, and the redness that surrounds them halved. Honestly, it's game-changingly good, and you don't need to pay a high price point to get your hands on this. There's lots of other mugwort-containing products in the Korean skincare world, but I think this is the easiest to apply. It's less messy. A lot of them come in mud masks and things, which I'm not all about. Super easy to use and genuinely delivers. Now, finally, let's come on to this brand, vegreen, one of my absolute favourite Korean skincare brands, because I think they allow people to get the benefits of snail mucin, but with a snail-free alternative. If you're vegan, you're living a plant-based lifestyle, or like me, you're just a bit grossed out by the idea of snail slime on the skin, but you don't want to miss out on the benefits. You can reach for this, which is the vegreen Nature Mucin Toner. Use like wild yam to get you the same outcomes, but without involving the snails. I love the fact that people, that maybe are looking to avoid animal-derived ingredients have an option when they can access the fantastic benefits of snail secretion, but without the snail. And this is a product that I'd reach for. They also do a really nice Cica serum that's calming and soothing. They do like a version of this in a gel cream, which is one of my favourite summer moisturisers. And just all around, I think they're a really, really nice brand. Perfect if you're vegan, you want to dip your toe into Korean skincare. This is probably the brand that I would start with, and you'll probably end here as well, because all their products are phenomenal and will become holy grails. I love them, and their price point, again, is super, super affordable. Now, before I leave you, I want to call out some Korean skincare brands that, honestly, I'm just not impressed with. This isn't to bash any of these brands, it's just to inform you guys as consumers, because I'd hate for you guys to be investing your hard-earned coin, particularly with the cost of living going up, up, and up, in brands that I don't think are worth the splurge. Let's start with Amore Pacific. So this is a luxury high-end Korean skincare brand, and a lot of people are attracted to it because of its packaging. Honestly, that's all it is. Fancy, luxurious looking packaging. Actually, the formulations you can get elsewhere at a fraction of the cost with the brands that I've already mentioned. They're not a cruelty-free brand, and actually the Amore Pacific Corporation do an awful lot to promote the use of animal testing and fight against additional regulations in this field. Not good. They're like the bad guys, I'd say, of the Korean skincare world, and one just to avoid. Definitely not worth the price point when it comes to the formulation, and when you throw in the cruelty that comes with it, no. A firm pass for me. For very similar reasons, Laneige. So Laneige is one of the most hyped and talked about Korean skincare brands at the moment. Their lip sleeping masks. Everyone said how amazing they were. I tried them. Underwhelmed. Didn't do a whole lot in terms of actually adding meaningful hydration to the lips. I didn't really like the overwhelming scent and flavours that came with them. They test on animals, which is just a huge no in 2022, and they don't really deliver. They're also super expensive. Get yourself a really nice lip mask or balm. I covered some of my favourites in a video, which I'll leave a link to up there. You don't need a Laneige in your life, and I think the lip balms, which are the most popular of their products, are just exploding. They've got a new mango one, a chocolate one, they've got a papaya one. Like, you don't need a choice of 30 different flavours of lip balm, especially when the formulation isn't that great. So again, I'd probably give them a pass. One brand that I used to love but kind of moved away from was Purito. I think this is going to come down to personal choice. I'm not here to say don't shop Purito. Do what works for you. This is the same with all your skincare decisions. The reason I choose not to purchase them anymore is there was a lot of deceit kind of went around with their sunscreen failure. So they kickstarted the Korean sunscreen scandal. And whilst I'm all about second chances, the way that they handled that and hid the fact, they kind of put all of the blame onto the manufacturer, on to, the regulators, when actually they were quite culpable and hid a lot from us as a consumer. It's not good. It's not what I want. And I covered the reasons why I don't shop Purito anymore in a recent video, which I'm going to link up there. They're just not a brand that I particularly want to give my hard-earned coin to. But of course, that's going to come down to your individual take on this. So there you have it, guys. My holy grail Korean skincare brands and a couple of fails thrown into boot. Sound off in the comment section below with your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on everything captured today. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, love your skin. Take care. Bye.